Okay, never mind all that though. It's time to get underway with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It won the Longplay vote, and I'm delighted to play through it. I have already beaten this game in my own time. I ran a run for 70 hours. Huh, felt more like 100, but hey-ho. Which means I do know how this game goes, to a degree, and there will be spoilers, because I want to talk a lot about how good this game is and what its faults are as we go along. But this game's already been out for months, and it was one of the most highly anticipated games of the year, so surely you've had a chance to experience the game, either firsthand or vicariously. Let's get going, shall we? I'll just overwrite this existing run. I did it to test that everything was running. And we will not be playing hardcore mode. We'll just play standard mode. I think the rules we play will be hardcore enough.
What are you doing here? Go and take cover in the keep.
Can't hold out against this onslaught much longer. Go and take cover with the others.
Look out!
Where's your weapon? To the battlements! Move!
Father! Will you come to anoint us before we die?
We'll get anointed after the battles are hands. With booze. Get ready!
Take cover! A rude awakening, eh? Make it count.
Alright, I really rather like this intro because the context of this is a bit lost on you until you get much later in the game. But here's the thing, we're playing as Godwin here, not Henry. And it's helpful Henry, not helpful Godwin. Even so, I do wonder if it's possible to just not kill anyone right now. I'll give it a little bit, but if it doesn't progress, I guess Godwin's going to have to take a few lives. Nothing wrong with just shooting a corpse now, is there? Firing at these guys, they just fall over in one hit, but let's not worry about that. Weren't we riding off at the end of the last game? Yes. And this follows off not too long after that. Okay, looks like it doesn't matter whether we kill people or not. Good.
Die, you swine!
I'll just pretend that we're taking part. We've all had these kinds of people in our multiplayers, right? I'm helping.
Get ready! They're coming inside! Forward!
Steady now, Sushtal defender.
Handle it here.
Get ready! Godwin! Get over here with that crossbow and join the line.
I quite like Dry Devil's voice. As a character, I don't really care much about him, but what can you do?
Die, you dragon!
It's also a nice hint that this game will feature firearms. Although I've never given them a try yet.
Don't let them find their way through!
What are they waiting for? Full fire on
Just imagine if this game actually played out more like Stronghold.
Stop them!
That would have some weight to it.
That's it! Draw your sword and follow me!
Got my sword out. Come on, devil. Yeah, I'm gonna get kicked off the team at this rate. Team gets auto rebalanced.
Fucking Wenceslas! Don't let them climb up! Knock it down!
He's actively climbing up. I mean, I could be fighting this guy. Don't plan on it. If I can get away without killing at all during the run, I'll be happy to do that. So, don't you hurt me, baby. Oh, that's good. This is some real Stronghold vibes. Get those ladders up.
Don't poke at it. Just calm down.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, fucking you, that. Jesus. You're only supposed to deliver a message to Trotsky. And the most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
Yeah, exactly, Thaggy. No Henry here yet. We'll get to him in just a minute. The very helpful Henry. I'm gonna need that face app smile picture of Henry for the thumbnail on this one, I think. Or maybe I could get the painting of Henry that I made back in the day. My passport out painting. Stone Axe, thou shalt not bear false witness.
Lord Dentes Fortuna, you rat!
What's that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace.
Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal bodyguard.
Anyway, this Audens, whatever. What does that actually mean?
Audentes fortuna juvat. Fortune favors the brave.
I don't doubt it. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
Christ, Henry, don't be such a stick in the mud. Aren't you glad to be finally out of that hellhole where we can finally enjoy some adventure? See a bit of the world. Meet new women. And simply have some fun.
Sure, but you promised Johannes that you'd be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
Sir. Trotsky.
My word. That is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Bergov must be made of money. Well, Henry, looking forward to new adventures? Adventures that will become the stuff of legends?
Of course I am. We'll show them what fine fellas have turned up on their doorstep.
You bet we will. We'll hand over our important message and then hop, skip to the nearest tavern. We'll drink to our success and chase some local wenches, eh? But why didn't Uncle Hanush take care of it himself? Unless, maybe he's just testing me.
Aye, it does look like that. He'll hand over all the Ratai estates to you one day. So I expect he wants to be sure you won't botch it.
Of course. How could I possibly botch it up? There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where. And here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No, I intend to make the most of this trip, one way or another.
So do I. How is that? Fortuna...
Audentes fortuna juvat. See now, there's the Henry I know and love. Well, enough of the chat. Trotsky's almost within reach.
Sir Hans, how's it looking there in the back?
All good, Oates. Just keep your eyes on the road ahead.
Exactly. If anything in front of us even looks like it's moving, we want to know.
Keep your hair off, Dick. Old Oak's got eyes like a hawk. I don't miss nothing.
You're right, Andy. In a game with overall very good voice acting, Sir Hans Capon really blows it away. Excellent, excellent delivery. There are some downsides, though. Who was that old coot in the first game? Sounds like a lost American. He could have been better. Or gone. Was it Sir Davish? Yeah, Sir Davish.
Get ready for a fight.
Take it easy, Henry. They're wearing von Bergov's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Surround them! Don't let them get away!
Besides, we stand a chance against them. Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
My Banner Lord senses are tingling just hearing that thundering of horses.
What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon, of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Lipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Lipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Lipa is on the side of King Wenceslas.
Well,
While my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund.
well,
So it would appear we are enemies.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz.
Here we go. The first of many steps we take to show that we are good, fine, upstanding Christian. And we solve our problems with words and actions, of course.
I'm Lord Capon's advisor and scribe, and now an envoy as well.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band, so why should I trust you?
So similar system to how we had in the first game. Depending on a bunch of our checks, we may or may not make it through. Some speech things, but come on, you can trust me. Got a face you can trust.
We want to resolve conflicts, not to stir up more. Once more, I assure you we have no evil intentions. You can escort us to Trotsky, and everything will be explained there. That we can guarantee.
Very well.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem, then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall, and Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone led a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God! What kind of a backwater have they sent us to? I just suppose we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them. Come on, fellas. We'll camp here on the bank. At least we can bathe. I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank.
There we go. That was just excellent. I love the delivery of the lines in this game. Don't be fooled by any semblance of freedom here. This is a long prologue, as one can expect from Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Hey! Come here! What's all the fuss about, Mutt? Are you that hungry? All right, I'll see what I can get for you.
Right, so we do some basic stuff here. Dog is hungry, they want to gamble, just a lot of talking and faffing around, and we will do it. Oats, my dog's hungry.
Listen, would you have some scraps for Mutt?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
He's not wrong. I don't think I cared at all about Mutt when I played through KCD1, but he's probably going to be instrumental in keeping us alive here.
Come on, Oaks. We'll get to Trotsky tomorrow, and there'll be plenty of food there. We're a noble's escort, so they're obliged to feed us well. Pheasant in wine, roast pork with apples. Have you ever been to a proper noble banquet?
No, I haven't. Why would the lords invite me to their table?
True. But they'll invite me. I might be only a noble's bastard, but Sir Hans opens doors for me, if you get my meaning.
Aye, that makes sense.
Listen, if you give me that sausage now for Mutt, I'll bring you something from the feast tomorrow, all right?
Christ! All right. But you better not forget about me.
Don't worry. Thanks, mate.
Remember, Oats, we never lie. We're not allowed to in this run, after all. Anyway, Mutt, the time is now. Get over here.
Here you go. Take it.
Although I probably could have done with that for myself.
Come here, boy.
Alright, good dog. Now, how about a fair old game?
Henry, better not keep Sir Hans waiting. It'll be dark soon.
No, he can wait. He can wait just fine.
How do you think things will end up tomorrow?
How? No ways, I reckon. Whenever someone parleys with someone about something, it takes ages.
Why do you think that?
See me and Conrad now? We can't even agree who's going to be on watch this evening. But then, I'm just a spear carrier. I ain't got the head for no noble manners. Ask Oates. He'll know more about it for sure.
I see you've got dice set up. Want a game?
Sure thing, Henry. How's about a little wager to spice it up?
What do you want to wager?
Look, if you lose, how about you pay for everything I order in the tavern in Trotsky?
And if I win?
Well, I've got this silver ring here I won from Oates yesterday. I'll wager that.
Sounds fair to me. All right, it's a deal.
Henry's got such a winning smile.
Well,
Alright, we love playing dice, don't we? Now, it's quite possible to cheat in this game. In fact, if you get 6 of the St. Antioch dice, then you are guaranteed a victory in every single game. However, getting 6 of those without stealing, I'm not actually sure is even possible. Never mind that though, let's play good as gold. You want to see 1s, you want to see 5s, you want to see lots of combos. And what am I seeing here? Not a lot of anything. What's the controls here again? Hold the single and roll again, please. Sure. I have accidentally pressed the wrong buttons here and just thrown games away, so I'm hesitant a little bit about what I do. I don't like this hand at all. Yeah, hold and throw again.
let it be now. I want to play too, you know?
Well, too bad. Well, this doesn't look very good at all. I'll take everything and pass. First to 1,500 wins, but it usually comes down to who gets the first big score. Is a straight not a thing? A straight is a thing, but it's got to be a straight of, I think, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind.
Damn it!
You had it? Okay, well I had it and didn't notice then. Ooh, what are we looking at here? Nothing very exciting again. But he flubbed his hand, so I've got the advantage here. I still slightly have the advantage. I'm gonna not press my luck, though. But yes, if you get the correct die, you get a die that I believe it always lands on a 3. And if you get 6 of those, you always get 6 of a kind 3s. And if you fill up your hand entirely, you get to roll again with all 6 whilst keeping the score. It's really unbelievably powerful. Oh, he's getting greedy. Ooh, the greed pays off.
No, that's as far as I go.
Can't be having that. So, ooh, well now, this is excellent. 1, 1, and another 1. Give me the 1,000 and call it a day.
I can't... Damn your eyes. You played well. What's to be done? A bet is a bet. Here's your ring.
Don't you forget it, Tankard. Oates' ring is mine. I'm curious about that one. I think I know everything there is to know about the menuing here. Like I said, I put 70-odd hours into the game. We start kitted out, which is rather nice, considering how much we went through in the first game. Oates' ring here. Gives a nice charismatic boost. Has a decent value. I won it in a game of dice against Tankard, so it wasn't stolen. Good lord, that's a good chunk of groschen. Tempting. Now, it's surely only the good Christian thing to return the ring.
Hey, Oates. I won a ring off Tankard at dice. I believe it's yours.
Really? Christ, it is mine. I lost it yesterday. Would you give it back to me? After all, I gave you that sausage out of the goodness of my heart. Be fair, Henry.
Don't cry, Oates. Here, you have it.
You're a good lad, Henry. Thanks.
Oh, and don't you forget it, Oates. I'm sure Oates will be around to remind us just how good a lad we are as time goes on.
How do you like it here?
I'll tell you, it's nothing like home.
And have you ever been further than Rattay?
No, I never was, but I always wanted to. That's why Oates put in a word for me so I could ride along. Besides, for an adventurous expedition like this, you've got to have the right gear and good horses. And I'm in charge of them.
And you take good care of our horses. I can't say they're exactly whinnying with joy.
Don't make fun of me, eh? Whenever they need anything, I take care of it for you. The only thing that bothers me is them cliffs and rocky paths. I hope none of the horses breaks a leg.
So, all's good in camp. Hell, all is very good in camp. Can't eat out of the pot right now, but we can go for a lovely swim with Capon, right?
Well then, Henry. Henry. Oh, that was a tight thing with the captain, eh?
It looked for a while like we'd be charging at each other.
I must say, I wasn't expecting that bastard to start on me.
Yeah, I could tell.
But we managed the situation all right in the end. He even apologised to us. If Hannah had seen it. Maybe he'd finally stop treating me like a child, eh?
Well, I don't know. When I look at you, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Kiss my ass. And by the way, since you're here, how about stretching our limbs a bit? After that long journey. With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh? Eh?
All right then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or shall we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armour on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
When he said, here's your helmet, did I actually get the helmet? There we go. Keep the old noggin in one piece. Let's see if I can remember how to actually fight in this game. Some people really didn't like it in KCD1. I don't see where they're coming from. I think it's pretty good.
So, should we start?
Ready? Let's start.
Well, I wouldn't mind having my sword for one.
This time, let's get warmed up.
Okay, there we go.
I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Is that the best you've got?
Does this game not have a skip tutorial
Well,
button?
you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence.
Very nice exchange, Henry. Nice job.
Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard. That's the way. Good. Nice. Good.
That's enough.
All too easy.
No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
That's it.
Yeah, so sure, I saw that they'd added hardcore mode, but I wasn't in the mood for that for my run.
Nice.
Hardcore mode's more of an in-your-own-time kind of thing.
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready. Nice. Sweet. My word. You're turning into a real master swordsman.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered. Where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right. Come on then.
Let's get jabby then.
Nice. Right. Nice work, Henry.
I kick this guy's arse back in case CD1. Doing it here is just all too easy.
All right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
All right. 100 groschen it is.
Defend yourself.
I didn't see anything in the tenets about not being able to win money off of fools who can't defend their own pockets. Even if it is my lord. Is he my lord, actually? My lord is still Radzig, actually. Daddy Radzig. Pretty sure no gambling is a pretty common tenant. It's a tenet, not tenant. But I'm not inclined to agree. As long as I'm not stealing from them. Although sometimes they're so easy it feels like stealing. I haven't done more sword fighting than just kids with play swords back in the day, although I did do fencing. And I was dreadful at it. Absolutely dreadful.
Ah!
I just could not get it sussed out. Probably because it wasn't very visceral, right? It's all pokey-pokey, gaining your points. It's not overwhelming an opponent in the physical manner that I'm looking for in life. You gonna feel like falling over yet, Capon?
God wills it!
I think you're more of a boo-hurt guy. A boo... I have no idea what you mean. Sounds like saying butt-hurt. Alright, get your arse down, Hans.
I yield! Enough! Oh, for fuck's sake, you're unstoppable! Oh, you won the bet, fair and square. I'll settle with you when we get to Trotsky. Now let's go and eat.
So many
That
nice
sword play gives me
things
quite an appetite.
are going to be happening at Trotsky. Can't wait till we get there safe and sound. And curiously, the sword that we get here, it says, can bruise but not kill. That's a complete lie. You can kill people with training weapons. I thought they'd be my way out of not killing people in this run. But sadly, even the sleep stick and these training weapons, they will kill.
So who won, gentlemen?
It seems this isn't my day. I knew I shouldn't have bet with you. You've improved since that last time in Ratai.
I seem to recall kicking your arse in Ratai.
I won back then too, as I recall. You had to give me your bow.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day. We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies. Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
Get the opportunity to set myself up for how we want to grow in this. I am going to need strength. I'm going to need a lot of strength. But let's keep that speech at the ready. I want to talk our way out of problems.
He was well pissed off. If I hadn't convinced him you were the village idiot and that we dragged you home right away...
And if I hadn't left him a fistful of coin to boot...
Throwing groschen around like that? Fellas, if a rainy day comes, you'll be fucked.
Ha! I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry?
Hmm?
You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
Now, come now, I am a good, honest, upstanding, God-fearing and chaste individual. So nothing happened.
Nothing happened between us.
Nothing?
No.
I don't get it. A nice lass like that.
You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
What was I up to anyway?
I needed a bit of peace and quiet. I had a stroll around, checking out what plants grow here, praying for the success of our mission. Then I came back.
At last someone with some sense who's not in a hurry all the time.
If I always had to think everything over, but...
I wouldn't have rolled in the hay with so many girls if I spent my time just thinking about it.
Thanks for the prayer, anyway.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
I've already told you all I know. Von Berghoff is a very important nobleman, the royal chamberlain. He administers the country for the king, collects taxes. It's like this. There's the king, then him, then a very big gap, and then me. And we are envoys sent to offer him an alliance.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
Well, that's because we trained with weapons. They're good in a skirmish, but sometimes it just comes to fists. And putting a fella half a head taller than you on his arse, especially when he thinks he's tough as nails, that's pure poetry.
True, true. Just make sure you're not the one getting knocked on his arse.
I'm surprised you didn't say a sword, since you never stop going on about the sword Ishvan Toth stole from you.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
Ah, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Ishvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again, hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated, and let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won, so Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning. Hmm?
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
Let's go and strip, Henry. Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
Are you really going to bathe here, Sir Hans? It don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
Taxing. Writing is good, but it's dragging. Oh my. Kingdom
Yeah, we're
Come
not on
knows
a
how
trip to
to
the baths
drag
here,
out a
Sir Hans.
prologue.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rattay in ages. So, here, I intend to live a little. Blasted iron shirt. Oh, what a relief. I feel like I've just shed 40 pounds.
Ah, Christ. Will I ever live to see his young lordship finally grow up? He's got a good heart, but he doesn't have the sense that he was born with.
Well, responsibility will catch up with him soon enough, though.
There's more chance of me becoming a monk.
That's a view fit for a king.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Come on.
Pre-release, I saw plenty of this scene
That
cropped.
really shrivels the old ball sack.
What's the matter?
Females! Let's go to them.
Sir Hans.
Oh, shut up and let's go. But quietly. We don't want them to spot us.
We're going to overlook the fact that Capon just cracked out a fat one as soon as he got in the water. Anyone else see that?
Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer.
I do remember first time playing this thinking, what the hell is this for an intro? We'll get there. Yeah, it did feel rather out of place to have a forced stealth tutorial right at the start of the game, but hey ho.
Come on, let's get closer.
Also quite fitting compared to the end of the first game, where you couldn't actually even finish the game unless you got Capon laid. So I never actually finished the first game. I was not in the mood for that.
Shit! One of them's doing laundry. We have to get closer to the others. Only she's blocking our way, right in our path. Damn it! Throw a stone in the water near her to lure her away. Once she notices it, we'll hurry along the other side.
Oh, it's G. Why did I think it was X?
Hey? What is this racket here? What was that?
Don't you mind me, Quine. God, nasty water to be doing your clothes in, though. Exactly, they let Henry, who is without sin, throw the first stone. And we are absolutely without sin. Clean as a baby's arse in this game.
Pána je u muziky, směje se na kasníky, klient pijou jedí, Pána sama sedí, aleluja, domine, aleluja.
Henry, I told you to... Fucking God, you're a dog.
We've got to do something. Stay down, for fuck's sake. Don't be a fool, Henry. We don't stand a chance. We'll wait till they're gone, and then head back to camp. Maybe some of our men got away.
Hey!
What the fuck are you doing?
Hey! Hands off her, you brute! What the hell's going on here? Let her go, you pigs! That bastard's with them!
Fucking hell! You couldn't just leave it be, could you? Come on! Run!
Catch them! Enough, I said!
What the fuck? She's mine!
What are you gaping at? Shoot! Well, don't just stand there, you idiots! After them! Along the bank!
Christ! When did you learn to swim?
Just now! Fucking armor! Come on! We'll cut them off on the other side! Horses, quick!
Oh, Mott.
What the fuck was that, Henry?
You're rescuing a damsel in distress.
I'm done with running.
Oh, really? And what exactly do you call... Oh, shit. Oh, you've been hit.
What? Oh, shit.
Well, we can't leave it like this.
No, wait! Ah! Fuck!
We've got to flee. Can you walk?
Yeah, I'll manage. I'd lead the way.
You pull yourself together. We've got to vanish.
To those not in the know, the character we were glaring at back there looked suspiciously like Istvan
Then
Toth.
we'll get that shoulder of yours fixed up.
Kind of a big deal. We hate him from the first game. He stole our sword.
So, how far is it to Trotsky? There's someone in front of us. Down.
They mustn't get away. Got that?
He did no such thing, Tark.
As soon as you see them. And then kill them. No fucking around. You, watch the middle of the gorge. And keep your eyes peeled, right? You two, go up there.
And if you think it's dragging, oh, there's so much more prologue to go, don't you worry. We'll drag our way over the finish line. No, the murderer of our parents was some big, bald Germanic guy, whose name escapes me. He actually didn't have much presence in the first game.
Footprints, foot trails, everything.
We'll have to wait.
Get to work.
Swim all the fucking way across. Shut up. Or the chief will hear you.
It's still easier here than that skirmish on the other side.
Stumbling about, pitch black.
I always wonder about these kinds of segments in the game, just how truly forced stealth are they? Because when you watch speedruns, often players just leg it through it. I feel like it's just trying to make you feel like it's stealthy-like. Merkwart von Auritz, there we go. That's the guy.
There's more of them up top. Fuck.
I'm at your commands, Hans.
I played dice against Lefty yesterday.
coming here.
Couldn't you be keeping watch instead?
You reckon we'll find them, do you? If they tried to swim across the pond, we'll be found half dead somewhere on the bank.
Oh, no. Fuck, they're in front of us. Quick, into the rocks.
They're playing into the rock. Hurry! Run around. We'll catch them at the top.
Probably shouldn't be here, Capon. And I'm bleeding out.
What now?
Hey? Hans! There's more of them up top.
They're here!
Take cover!
Run ahead of them!
Where now, for fuck's sake?
Do we have an accurate date and location? I was under the impression that the places in this game were real, or real-ish.
Damn it, they're everywhere!
What are we gonna do?
How should I know? We can't go climbing into the rocks at night when we can't see shit.
But they'll catch us.
Oh, you don't say, genius.
Calm down, for fuck's sake.
Stop it! This isn't going to help us. You know what? Go and look into that gorge behind me and see if there's a way forward. Then come back to me. At least we'll know if it makes sense to go that way, if we can get out of the rocks. I'll stay here meanwhile and watch out for them.
And yeah, this is under the historic reign of Kings Wenceslas. Surely any EU player knows that.
Through fissures. God, there's no other way to go anyway. Hans won't be too happy when I tell him.
I don't recall there being Monster Hunter style fireflies all over the place.
Hurry!
Oh, now this is troublesome.
Kicking, you piece of shit!
Can I deal with you unarmed?
Try me?
That seems difficult. Well, I can try. I'm half dead here. Go figure, one of the first tests of our Christian tenets is going to be a tough one, but we're already mostly dead. But any weapon has the possibility of killing in this game, and we are not allowed to be doing that. This guy's not making it easy, though. Your stamina goes down as well as your health.
Too slow! Fuck that!
Don't you have a sword equipped? No, I took the sword off because I'd kill him with it. And we're not in the business of killing, but we are dealing damage at least.
You won't
There
get
will
me.
be some forced story killing in the game, but wherever possible, we will not. And actually, I think almost all of the forced killing is in the Jewish district. And that's not as promising as it sounds. It's actually a part of the game that I thought was the weakest part because it was so heavily scripted. But that's many hours away for now. Please tell me I can take you out unarmed, or else I'm in hot water here. Get your arse down.
No, you don't. Fuck that. Too slow.
Is he actually even taking damage at this point? Phew. Henry, no. Think of your eternal soul.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house. If you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists. You did a fine job. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits. Like keeping your head on your shoulders. Ah. Now, come now. I was the one who raised you, but you know how things really are.
Am I dead?
Not yet. I'm dead, though.
Well, if I'm not, then how come...
You chose a different path than I wanted for you. And maybe that's how it was meant to be. But once you've chosen the path of adventure, you have to fight. You have to fight till the bitter end, with all the strength you can muster. You still have a long way to go till your work is done, Henry. So pull yourself together and wake up. It's not over yet.
For the love of God, wake up! Pull yourself together, Henry. Oh, thank Christ. Oh, I thought you were done for.
Where am I?
Well, you dropped out of the sky like a shot-down hawk. And that fella landed with you. You broke your fall nicely, otherwise you'd have ended up the same as him.
What are you wearing?
Well, you won't be needing it. We can't be running naked through the woods. And if you're capable of running at all...
Now, where's Mutt?
I've no idea. Just don't worry about your dog. He can look after himself. Right, we've got to disappear. Right, come on, I'll help you up.
I wouldn't be so embittered as that classic frog. This game is great, and what it does very well is world building. It very much sculpted a world that I wanted to be in, which I can't say the Elder Scrolls games managed to do.
How are you holding up?
It's not so bad.
All right. That'll have to do for now. As long as you're able to talk. Just talk. I know you're hanging in. Henry, what are you staring at?
They're here. Sigismund's army.
The only army here is the one-man army of Sir Hector. Jesus, don't do this to me. Pull yourself together and let's go. We have to go.
This brings back very fond memories. I got shoulder carried like this one time when I was really ill.
Don't worry, my name will open any gate.
Fuck!
What's the matter?
Humans. They're slaughtering everyone. They'll kill us.
Christ, Henry, stop yelling and move your ass.
Bianca.
Come on.
Father?
Listen to me, Hal. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the truck. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you? Are you
Your
mad?
mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Richard.
Christ's
If anything
sake.
happens, he'll take care
Come
of you.
on! Oh, you can hardly stand, damn it. But we'll make it together. You'll see. Henry, focus.
Take me away.
Henry, pull yourself together.
No.
Please. nobody here. You're just imagining things. Oh, run. No. Don't give in to it. Hang in there. Move. We'll make it together. You'll see. You're a warrior. You can do this. It's all right, Henry. I've got you. Just a little further. Henry, wake up.
The linden tree. Just like Father always wanted.
No, we can't stop.
And Pa... dead. They're all dead.
But we aren't yet. Henry, a light. Look.
I see it.
We've got to go.
I see the light.
Hold on. Hold on. We're here. We're here. Come on.
Bozhena, is it you?
Greetings, good wife. Fear not. We mean you no harm. My friend needs help. Please.
Right. I'll see what I can do for him. Let's have a look at you. It's all right.
My parents. That was just a dream, Henry. We're in the woods. We were ambushed, but don't worry. We'll get you fixed up right as rain.
Now I've got you, whoresons.
Think again, strong!
Hey, lad! Are you alive, lad?
They burned it to the ground.
Slaughtered everyone. Who? Who burned it to the ground?
Huge army. They attacked without warning.
Get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
I am Sir Marquardt von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia.
Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother?
I ain't your ma, laddie. Oh, may all the saints be praised. I was afraid you'd never wake up again.
What? Where am I?
Where would you be? Here in my cabin, where you and that pal of yours burst in last night. Slowly, lad. Slowly.
What happened? What about Hans?
He's taken care of for now, but he was on the edge there for a bit. And so were you, lad, so calm yourself. Last night you were 1 foot in the grave already. You were lucky you happened to turn up here.
Well, I have to talk to Hans.
You won't get much out of him now. He's lost a lot of blood and he has a fever.
What happened to him?
That cutthroat that followed you fellas cut him up bad. Hans was fighting him outside, then he came staggering in, said something about Fortuna, and collapsed on the floor.
And what about that cutthroat?
You can go out and have a look at him. Hans gave him a right hammering. I didn't get a wink of sleep with that corpse in my yard.
I understand. I'm sorry we caused you such trouble. But you'll save Hans, won't you?
God willing. Well, I managed to pull you out of death's grip, so maybe I'll be blessed again. I'll go check on him as soon as I'm done with you. How are you feeling?
I've had worse. My shoulder stings a bit, but I'm all right otherwise.
You're brave. If you weren't, we wouldn't be speaking now. Your shoulder is looking a lot better. I did my best, but I don't see good no more, especially at night. So I didn't do the best job. It just wouldn't stop bleeding. And now you've moved about, it started up again. Take this and bandage it up. Not much else we can do with it now.
Thanks. I reckon I can manage that. But I need to get a breath of fresh air to clear my head.
You slept through half of God's bright day, lad. So, if you feel up to it, go ahead. At least we'll see how steady you are on your feet. While you're at it, you can stop by the trough and wash all that nasty grime off of yourself. I found an old tunic. Put it on so you don't catch a chill. It gets cold here by the water. No doubt you'll be famished and need a bite to eat. There's some hot soup in the pot on the fire. If that ain't enough, I put some bread and cheese on the table outside for you. And you'll find some of our home-brewed liquor there, too, in case you need bucking up. Don't overdo it, though.
I won't. Thanks a lot. May God reward you 1,000-fold. What's your name, by the way?
Bozhena's my name.
Well, I'm Henry.
I know. Hans told me. I'll go and check on him. When you're done with everything, come and see me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Alright, there we go. And don't be fooled, there's still not a lot of freedom to come just yet, but at least we can move around a bit. One can hope. As expected, main level, skill points, perk points, they are taking a tumble. We should probably check on that after. Take care of all that bleeding. Let's get our torso all wrapped up. Get that tunic on so we don't look completely naked here. And yeah, we're actually starving right now, so chomp down. This lady has been kind enough to be a good Christian to us, so she's clearly
really good.
A good inspiration.
Say no to
Yeah, just fill her up.
Bliss is a full belly.
Fill up, Henry. Although, should I eat more? Well, if she insists. Your browser history will be very Christian after this run, says Ninja. Sometimes I don't even want to know. Now, I believe you mentioned leaving me some goods on the table. Do you even have a table here, old wise woman? Perhaps in here? Now, it's going to be very difficult for me to overcome my loot goblin ways. I see something here that can be picked open, and I'm sure there are things around here that I could steal. Oh, this isn't stealing, though. This is simply picking up. Fortunately, it'll be quite easy to tell what is stealing and what is not. And I should say now and say early that no stealing is really militantly no stealing. If somebody dies and they have a corpse there, it's still stealing to take it off of them. No, really, she said she left me bread and cheese and booze. I don't see any of that. Maybe she meant on the table outside. Also, I got this horrible looking gouge on my stats page here. Away you go, I know what this is all about. Injured torso. I think that just means we take extra damage. Excellent. Save your schnapps. We love them. That's how we save the game. Brood. Shouldn't be too difficult to keep our belly full, but poaching would be against God's good word. Must serve thy liege.
Bozhena isn't some quack. She's got a damn good setup here.
I wonder how much herbalism stuff we're going to be doing. I imagine there's going to be a bit of herbalism-related grind, especially early on, but them's the breaks. Alright, I took your stuff. Thank you very much. Now how about Hans?
There's a water trough in front of the hut.
Exactly. Flowers are free. It's God's gift.
I feel like a new man.
I might have a trick for using those flowers.
I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet, or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
Easy as pie. I can do that. Ma used to put sage in sauces and served it with meat. I'll check the kitchen.
Christ wounds! Try thinking with your head and not your stomach. We need freshly picked sage, not some dried herb, so listen up. Sage has a purple blossom and chamomile has white petals with a yellow center. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good. But don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles. And when you're done with that, better have a wash, so's you don't have the stench of death on you.
True. I'll bear that in mind.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again, so's I don't have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it.
Alright, quite a lot to digest. And the game is certainly trying to teach you a lot of different things to do at once. That's a-okay. I will be borrowing this spade. And Dead Bastard here does indeed have some loot, and I could certainly loot him dry, but that is not the good Christian way. Even though he did try and kill me, his goods are his to take into the afterlife. Yes, that might make things a little difficult, but I'm okay with that. It's part of the reason I wasn't playing on hardcore mode. Oh god, seeing all this mud and foliage, it really reminds me of childhood. A lot of thick, nasty mud to be getting through.
My shoulder.
Right.
This bastard's hard work.
Enough for you.
Put him down somewhere for a while so I can start digging.
Oh, great. Digging. God, the more I think about this, the more they really should have just made another Stronghold game using whatever engine they've got here.
May the earth rest lightly on you, you bastard. I hope you find peace. And don't come out to haunt anyone.
It's a good line, Henry. Very good to see that actually has some health around. Means if I need to get punching, we can make it happen. She mentioned the stench of death. I didn't notice the stinky trait on me, but let's do this anyway. And let's go and grab ourselves some lovely herbs. The killing does not apply to animals for this rule. However, we won't be poaching, and it wouldn't be very Christian of us to kill somebody's chickens and dogs and such, but I won't be opposed to killing, say, wolves that come and attack me.
Still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
It's not just the letter of the law. We must follow the spirit of the law here, after all. And it's God's law. Besides, what's one long play of inconvenience against an eternity in the afterlife?
There we go.
There are nettles here that I can have as well. Yeah, don't mind me. Let me just hoover up all of these if you don't mind. The game has a little cutscene that plays whenever you pick flowers. You might notice that's not playing right now because I immediately modded it out. Every single time you pick something, there's I think a 3-second clip of Henry getting down on his knees,
Chamomile.
grabbing it, standing back up. Oh, it's painful. So that is gone. So we're going to fill our pockets.
Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bozhena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
It's also a good opportunity to check our skills. We got absolutely blasted earlier. So yeah, down to main level 6, 5 across the board except for speech because of our earlier choices. Yeah, we don't look pretty powerful at anything. But what are we going to be doing a lot of? I could have sworn Herbalist was a skill. Maybe that's a skill in Kingdom Come 1. Does that mean it's under Scholarship? Actually, where'd all the skill things go? Well, perhaps that's something to worry about later on. It's not going to be of much inconvenience to us right now. It's under Survival. I see. Actually, I might double check that then. Survival. Why doesn't this open up? The stealth one opens up. Concerning. The perks will come later. Oh, very good. Whatever's going on down there, it seems to be cause for concern for the dog. Maybe I shouldn't be so coy about it. I know there were people there. Can I do something about it, though?
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bozhena's?
This seems dangerous. I hope for too much.
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bozhena's?
Trying to see if there's a way to, sneaky-like get down there, but no. Yeah, clearly we've got Canadian blood in us. Alright, come on, let's run to her rescue. She's done so much for us. Barking like a Hungarian dog.
We should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
For Christ's sake, woman, stop annoying me with your endless fucking questions. I'm the one asking the questions. And when I say we're from Bergen, then we're from fucking Bergen. Tell me, how come there's all these bloody rags here, eh? Spit it out. The blood's not even dry.
I was treating two fellas from Sheleoth, what got badly beaten up.
Now, down you go, friend.
Hey, get ready to face your maker.
Well, one down is certainly easier than having to take on two. And I'm up. Oh, that's it! Oi, now get back here. Can't have you giving the game away.
Shit! I can't handle this.
Oh, I'm too hungry to be running so much.
I can't just go wandering around.
Ooh.
I have a duty to Sir Hans.
Okay, well, we better act fast. He could be back with backup. I don't think I can take this guy. He's unarmed. That's okay. The power of faith gives me all the overwhelming, domineering force I need. But yeah, I'm surprised I'm so hungry so fast. Didn't I fill up entirely on food mere moments ago? I thought I did. And then here's our friend Dan, but we won't be slaughtering, nor will we be looting. Oh, but it's so tempting to loot this stuff, it wouldn't even count as stolen. I don't think so, at least. Anyway, let's be good. Well, one thing I will do. See that mace of yours? Let's just keep that out of sight, out of mind, will we? Just in case he does get back up and get any funny ideas. Yeah, I got that pugilist mod you told me about there, Dark Young. Yeah, it's worth noting some mods that I picked up here. I'm using 4 currently. That's not to say there won't be more added, but I was looking for quality of life mods or anything I'd want for this run. The one I talked about earlier about picking up herbs. Pugilist enables the master strikes for fists. I've doubled the XP rate just to reduce the amount of grinding, because I know there's a fair bit of grind in this game, and there's an inventory mod that we should be able to look at immediately, which will... Is it doing anything here? Yeah, so here we go. See, it does like body 1 for tunic. It's going to be a lot more noticeable when we have a lot more items in our inventory, but it just helps with the sorting immensely.
Bit longer without food, and I'll really start to be grumpy.
All right, Henry, I see what you're saying. You just ate 3 portions of this earlier on, but if you must.
Someone got here before me. Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Who do you think they were?
I don't know how much you heard. They came here saying they was from Lord von Burgo, and they was looking for 2 bandits that ambushed some knight yesterday. But for sure they wasn't von Burgo's people. They didn't even have his Waffenrocks. But they sure sounded keen to find you fellas.
Maybe they were from that band that followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Thou shalt not give false witness. That's not to say we have to always tell everything, but she deserves it.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trotsky to deliver a message from Sir Hanush of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Berghoff. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond. And you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them.
Sure. No need for thanks. What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy, but we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
All right, I'll try. But I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
So like any red-blooded individual, I looked into nudity mods this game. You can completely strip people, but everybody has the same body underneath. So this old wench has got... not an old wench's body, that's for sure.
Well done. I got rid of that corpse for you.
God bless you, Henry. Thank you kindly. I'll sleep easier now, and when Ignatius the Gravedigger comes by, I'll get him to take care of the rest.
Except there's another body to deal with, but that seems like your problem, not mine now. Alchemy was never one of the better parts of the first game. Certainly not a better part of this game either, but... wasn't she going to say how to do this?
To the recipe book. Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction, and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench, and we'll start.
Oh boy, this is not my forte. What I did for this when playing the game for real is I took a screenshot of every single combination, and then just had them on the other screen, and I would look to them whilst I'm doing it. But surely I can remember this. Wine to... no, I already can't remember this. Short-term memory's just not what I do. Where are my screenshots? I don't know how people do it. There must be something in their brain that just allows them to remember things short-term, but it's not there in mine.
The recipe, get back to the bench.
Hold your horses, Grandma. I'm just putting it on my screen right now. Our Henry has 2 monitors. He's that blessed by God.
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
What is ass chamomile? It's add the chamomile.
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
If you insist.
Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. so you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling.
I'm not sure I ever need to do that.
To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked, put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand. All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Chamomile 1, in you go. Chamomile 2, in you go.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Chamomile infusion. It's good for stress,
Have you ground it?
but perhaps not grievous bodily harm.
Now, drop it in the cauldron.
Well, did you prepare it the way old lady here is telling you to?
All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in. Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Level 2 as well, not too shabby. And you make 2 of them. There is no auto alchemy in this game. Not to my knowledge, at least. But you can get enough perks that when you make something, you make a lot of it.
Ooh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
But my belly's rumbling. Granny, please, I'm hungry. Am I just going to leave him there? Yeah, I mean, he'll eventually wake up and bugger off. That or the chickens will eat him. How you doing, Capon?
Hans, can you hear me, friend? Christ.
With a bit of luck, that decoction
In the
will
end,
chase
you bore
away
the
the
brunt
fever.
for both of us.
You'll sleep
May all
better
the saints
after,
watch over
and
you.
that'll give you
And over
strength.
Bozhena,
There's
too.
not much more I can do now. It's up to you and the Almighty. The fever should start to cool now.
Isn't there bread on the table? Did she put more out? No. I did take it, but I want to save that for later. We might end up having a hard time getting food for a wee while at least.
Lord God Almighty, look down on a poor sinner and hear my heartfelt prayer. Protect Sir Hans and don't let him die. Just as he didn't let me die. Preserve his life. Because he's a young gentleman. Brave and just and a good Christian. And look down on Bozhena too. And let her save Sir Hans. And deliver her from all evil. And grant her grace. Because she herself is merciful and didn't turn us away in our hour of need. Amen.
Used to have to do prayers like that back in the day.
Amen.
Morning prayers at school, don't you know?
We did what we could for Hans. The rest is in God's hands.
Rest. Good idea. People have been talking about the... sleep all the way through? Sure. The save everywhere mod. No, heavens no. In this game, you gotta buy or brew your savior potion, and we'll be doing exactly that.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans? He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad. But I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Pa, without a doubt. I hope his soul and Ma's find peace.
Dreaming of a dead parent is confusing. It could mean you cling too much to the past, and you ought to find a new path. But I think it's a good thing he's more important to you than that murderer.
Exactly. Honor thy father, is it not?
Thanks, Pavlena. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
But I'm so hungry. Just eat everything. After all, it's been offered. thought one spoonful of this was equal to 25 nutrition. Or nourishment, rather. I'm at 64. We go from Nintendo 64 to 79. Oh no, I've been fooled. Let's just eat up all the food these poor people have.
There's nothing left here.
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us!
Just a moment, Hans. There are important matters to be dealt with first. Wouldn't be very Christian of me to turn down such hospitality. How about that booze? Is that booze for me as well, Quine?
Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt.
The one I buried a body by?
And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bozhena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the 3rd time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The 3rd time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
No, how about the Cliff Notes version?
Once, when we were out hunting, Hans was taken captive by humans. But with a bit of luck, I managed to rescue him.
Humans?
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive. I rescued him.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
This is getting a little bit too prideful.
Hans was badly wounded during a night raid on Talmberg Castle, and I had to carry him out of the battle on my back, so he wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Gracious! Raiding a castle? That must be pretty wild, eh?
Indeed it was! Arrows raining down, outnumbered by hordes of foes mercilessly charging at us from all sides. I'm truly indebted to Henry for getting me out of that fix.
But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
No, true. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the 2 of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
But I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lightland for all time. If you should ever find yourself
Just
in
checking
need,
there wasn't anything I could
doors of Perkstein
requisition.
shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Thank you, but I think that's just going to be fueling the coffers for a little bit.
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dung pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night we got here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Want to point out that it was Sir Hans Capon that promised, giving a knight's promise of repaying this debt. Not our helpful Henry. Even so, we are helpful Henry. We might just have to come and do our part. And look at her. The nights in the woods must get so lonely. I will concede the start certainly does drag on, but there's one thing that really gets me about the start here, and it's the whole dynamic between Henry and Sir Hans Capon here. We've already been through this whole motion of almost brotherhood with him, and then what follows from this part actually kind of doesn't sit right with me. But what do I know? I'm probably not very media literate. Gorgeous game though. I mean, how did they make such a beautiful game? Yeah, exactly, Young. The stocks moment, I feel, just upends many, many hours of character building between the two. I feel if we needed justification for roaming, we could have found a better way. I'd say maybe abducting Hans, but heavens knows we're going to see plenty of that later on. Because the whole character arc of Hans being a brat and then realizes, no, I'm a bit of an arsehole, aren't I? Already gets dealt with and seen entirely through in the first game. But perhaps that's just me. We'll be seeing it momentarily. It's one small downside in what is a really great game, though.
I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai!
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Get your shitty hands off me!
No, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
Oh no, game, don't you be doing this. It's a not entirely uncommon thing for the game to hang on loading screens. Oh, thank goodness.
You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
And the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
A laughing stock? We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas. Instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it
Didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Bozhena's. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Rattay with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
What is it? That's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
I bear that witch. Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Doesn't half taste good today.
Well, she's not wrong. Where was that trough at?
Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ!
Lord
Both your own. Some days you don't get much.
and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a more then.
But the stuff's
I'll be right
undrinkable.
back.
Leave it out. Once you got through.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
I hear one of them nomads is an acrobat who did all.
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Strong as an ox.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
What are you playing at, woman? We were attacked by bandits. They killed a lot of people and groped you. If it wasn't for me...
Then what? I'm telling you, I wasn't at any pond. Blimey! I've had lots of men try to woo me with tall stories, but this is the most pathetic attempt yet.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Always ready.
Glad to hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Scallops.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. And what can I get for you?
Yeah, I'm with you, Shem. What is that accent meant to be? Right, never mind that, Capon. We got it to work.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Some Lord Semine is getting married. It looks like it's going to be a huge event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time.
God, I love
We'll
Capon.
ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Gotta be loyal to our lordship.
All right, I understand. I'll carry them by myself.
I'm glad you know your place.
Although, a couple of sacks wouldn't kill you, eh?
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
Starting to see why he gave us the sword.
I understand. I'm in your service, so I'll carry all the sacks. Even your share.
Thank you, Henry. And don't worry, I'll pay you back for your hard work.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend. I'll repay the favor.
How? By giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
See, when I was playing the game, I made those choices as well, and it made what follows feel even more of a
Bloody innkeeper.
sudden whiplash.
Oof, that isn't half heavy. Oh.
Oh, get to bloody work, Henry. We've all had to do this. Can't be worse than hauling coal. And heavens knows I've hauled my fair share of coal and then some. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Belen comes a bit from Bellatoris.
What's the hold up, innkeeper?
Now, if you think this little hauling sacks thing is a lot of fun, don't worry, there's more of it.
Great. Get them out of here.
Actually, depending on how you play your cards, there's quite a bit more of it. What, did you work in a coal mine? No, God, no, but we got sacks of coal delivered, and they need to be hauled over to the bunker, and then hauled out of the bunker and brought over to the fireplace. Heaven help me if I could estimate just how much coal I've hauled in my life. Didn't always have coal, sometimes logs, sometimes peat. Gotta keep the fire burning, you know?
I'm a bit peckish.
Until you reach the warm 2 weeks of the year, then you can finally not have it on.
How dare you? I am the son of the bailiff.
Yeah, Capon. Just stir up trouble immediately for us.
When you've got so many bandits and other rabble here.
Well, here you have it. Enjoy.
The American accents do sound incredibly out of place in this game, though. Honestly, if I could get a meal for doing this work, God, I'd be hauling sacks all day.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
I've had enough of your insults. Our men were slaughtered there.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Ever helpful Henry knows that the good Lord helps those who help themselves.
Hey, you! Get your sweetheart and fuck off out of our village. Both of you.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Some time fair.
Well, now, I like to think we had nothing to do with any of that, so we're just going to chill out here. However, a good Christian will defend himself, and I suppose his lord's honor.
Come on then!
Oh, I will.
Nice! Oh, rip your ass open!
Fortunately, this is all unarmed, so we're not really at any risk of accidentally killing anybody. Although we are getting pummeled here. How are you doing there, Capon?
You never saw that coming!
It doesn't look so good.
Nice hit!
Alright, there's one down for the count. I'll be there for you in a moment, Hans.
Slice him up!
Fucking hell! That us? You haven't a chance! Shame on you!
What do you mean save Hans? I am saving Hans in my own way. Besides, look at him, he's still standing.
Nice hit!
You're not seeing the bigger picture here. It's not to save Hans from being beaten up, it's about saving Hans's honor. And what honor would he have if a dung-covered peasant were to come to his aid right now? So what I do is I support him in the background, as a good page should.
I'll crush you!
But non-lethally, and with good godly intentions.
Take that fucker out, damn it!
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Bastards! This will cost you dearly.
Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak?
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off!
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
Now, the only good thing to do here is just bite your tongue.
Well, nothing to say for yourself? Just as well. It's your fault we're in this fucking pillory. This is a bad dream. You really are a simpleton. I don't understand how I could have failed to see it for so long. A stupid yokel who doesn't know the way of the world. Still got nothing to say. Not worth the fucking effort, am I? I can't believe I ever bothered with you. My so-called protector, adjutant? You're a waste of space. It was me who had to save your life. You couldn't even keep an eye on your fucking mutt.
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I haven't said anything because there's no point arguing. It won't do us any good. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I'll have to consider what to do next.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Otto.
Hey! Virgo!
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
All right. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
What a guy. He slaps us on the arse when he comes around, arm over us. Oh, I'm glad he's out of the picture now. Were we awake through the night whilst at the pillory? Alright, there we go. I don't think I need to read or care about any of this. We're finally
I'll
free.
find mutt without you, you stuck-up lord of Perkstein.
But yeah, that feels kind of whiplash-ish. Up till just a few minutes ago, we were being very,
Are you
very
going to
subservient.
just stand here like a statue?
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Barely. Look at me. They just let me out of the pillory. Nobody wants anything to do with me. And I don't even know what hill that is over there.
Well, that there hill is Slatego. And you pull yourself together. Like Tomcat says, nothing's impossible. And bruises build character.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work, to the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a Naria groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
You said you were going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
Oh well, it was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Yes, I don't need your charity there. I will look after myself, don't you worry. Although I appreciate the help. First time I saw this lass, of course, I was doing my murder hobo run and I clocked her right in the face. But then you still see her later on and she's like, oh, it was so nice to meet you earlier on. Look at this business I started up. And then she got the final clocking. In any case, the ball and chain has been released. We're free to do whatever we can do. And I quite like the way it sets you up here. You've got practically nothing, although, hey, we do get to keep this stuff. Nice. And here I thought somebody would have just stolen all of my goods while I was in the pillory. In fact, even the food is still here, and even edible. Incredible. We shall learn that Savior Schnapps recipe. We're probably going to need it. Very good. So, we're off. And we're going to need better kit and find a way to make our way into that wedding. But I'm going to cut it off here already. It was a huge drag going through the starting of this once. It was even more of a drag to do it again. But it'll make for a nice point to start the run good and proper when I come back to this, which according to my schedule is going to be on Saturday. I didn't realize I'd shoved in so much Slay the Spire into my schedule, but I did. So we chug down a Savior Schnapps, the game is saved, and we will continue on with this later. So until we're back to make our way to that wedding, it's a cheers and cheerio.